The only competition you have is yourself. That's it. That's it. No other competition. It's you. You're the one that you need to beat. Nobody else. It doesn't matter. Who cares if someone else gets there before you do? What is there anyway? What's first place? What is first? Everybody's doing their own thing. Everybody's trying to get somewhere. Everybody's trying to do something. Some people aren't doing anything. That's important to remember as well. I spent so many years, wasted so much time wondering why other bands get better numbers than us, why they sell out a room and we can't sell out the same room. Even though we may be around longer than they were, like why they get more streams, why their videos do better. How come they're playing this festival or we're playing the same festival and their name is bigger than ours and higher up? Wasted so much time worrying about that shit, and who gives a fuck? Seriously. It doesn't matter. Your competition is with yourself. You got to stop judging your self-worth or the worth of your art. Comparison's a thief of joy, right? That's a real thing. You got to knock it off. Now here's where I'll say something that's a little bit, it feels a little bit contrarian to that. You should be aware of what's going on around you in your field, whatever it is you're trying to do. You should be watching and seeing what other bands or what other creatives are doing. Not necessarily you need to copy them or follow that same model, but it is good to be aware of the market and what's going on there. The key is to not get emotional about it and to not feel beaten down by it. That's the hard part. That's the hard part that we have to get ourselves through. It takes a while to develop that, to get over that. It can be really detrimental to you and your art if you're constantly, comparing yourself. People say, don't think about the numbers. You see a lot of stuff like that, and I get it, right? Because it can stifle you. I say, look at the numbers. Be aware of the numbers. Just don't be emotional about it. It needs to inform you on how to move forward. Sometimes we'll try things, and it won't work. You do the postmortem. You try to figure out why it didn't work. So you're looking at the numbers. You're looking at the charts, the graphs, all the analytics, right? We live in a very analytical world now, driven by algorithms and shit. And it can get really weird and disheartening. I say use the information for good. Use the information to inform your next move. And just don't be so bummed out by it. When is it gonna warm up, by the way? It's almost June. I'm wearing a hoodie. I got this little stain right here. I was trying to help my daughter fix her 3D pen, and I got the filament goo all over my hoodie. The person you need to beat is yourself. You should always be trying to make yourself better, and don't get it twisted. There's so many people and books and YouTube channels and Instagram influencers telling you to be your best self and do this to make yourself better. Be the best absolute person. We're setting these we're setting ourselves up for failure. We're setting these huge goals, unattainable things. You should definitely be trying to work out, trying to eat better, maybe become a little more self-aware in how you talk to people, how you treat people, how you are with your colleagues, in business. Learn how to be financially more responsible. Those types of things are things that we can achieve. We can do that. It doesn't have to be everything all at once. Some things are just more important. From the kids to work, huh? Yeah. Life is supposed to be fun. We're supposed to enjoy this while we're here. We make it really hard on ourselves, especially when it comes to the creative space. The creative space is, we're torture artists, right? No matter what field you're in the creative space, it's like, you're so hard on yourself. And it makes it really fucking difficult. Still getting over my phobia of filming in front of people. It's really strange still. And honestly, they'll forget about me in 60 seconds. But vlogging in public has always been a hard one for me. So use the numbers, use the analytics. I love numbers. I love looking at data. I love seeing charts and graphs. Yesterday, I went into numbers on the Mac and threw together a spreadsheet, downloaded our performance of our last single, Meaningful, downloaded whatever numbers I could for the new song, Swim, that just came out a couple days ago. And of course, it's only one day of data because it just came out. And I noticed too, the live count, side note, the live count on your Spotify for artists doesn't match the final numbers the next day. Friday night, we broke 15,000 streams of the new song, right? Release day by 11 p.m. But when I go back and look, it says we did 13 something. So it's off by like 1,500 streams or something like that. Yeah, so I threw together this spreadsheet and then I made a bunch of graphs and charts and stuff. I was like, ooh, this is pretty, this is nice. I was like, it'd be interesting to see, because I always did wonder, I can never remember like how the last song performed. Like, I usually pay attention all day long. Like, I'll check every couple hours, see where the new song is at, you know. Usually I wake up and we're anywhere from like 1,500 to 3,000 streams on a new song, you know, from midnight on Friday morning until I wake up, you know, 7, 8, 9 in the morning, whatever it is. We got a couple thousand streams of the new song typically. When I went back and looked, Meaningful, the last single back in February, came out and we only did like 4,400 streams on the first day, on release day, which was pretty bad actually. And I know like a lot of like small like indie artists, they only break 1,000, which, you know, I'm super grateful for that we can do that. But, you know, I've come to expect that we're gonna break at least 10,000 on the first day. So yeah, 4,400 streams or so on release day for Meaningful. And this one we did supposedly 15K, but I guess the real numbers are 13 something. So we did 13,000 streams on the first day of this new song, Swim. And why is that? Is it because the song is just hitting better? Where I thought Meaningful was gonna hit in a really big way because of the subject matter, and it's a folk song and people have cried, you know, listening to that song. So I figured I was like, yeah, this one's gonna smash. You know, you get all like stoked, you're like, oh, this song's gonna crush, and then it just doesn't do what you think, and then vice versa. Like, you'll be like, this song will be all right. Well, it's good, we'll just get it out, we need to put out a song, whatever, and then it just does really well. You don't know why. What the fuck do I know? I'm gonna try to track all of the releases through this year, and then going forward maybe, because I just love that. I'll sit there and just look at the numbers. I just see how the songs perform on release day, on the first weekend, the first week, and then the first month. And then after that, I don't need to know, because, you know, if you can make a single last a month, you're a superhero, honestly. Singles are done after like 2 weeks. Unless you like are making some really rad content that is just super organic by nature. It's just really good. It's like really funny or really interesting or something, or extreme. Otherwise, or the song is just ridiculously undeniable, right? How often does that happen for people? That's 1%. You're lucky if you get 2 weeks out of a single these days. You're lucky if you get 6 months out of an album. Everything's just go, go, go. I forget how many thousands of songs are uploaded every week to Spotify. YouTube the same, there's like thousands and thousands of videos uploaded every day on YouTube. I can't remember what the number is, something ridiculous. How you doing?
Pretty good, good afternoon.
What's up, puppy dog? So yeah, I'm gonna be tracking the songs and just kind of seeing the performance, and I'm gonna use that data. And here's that tricky part I was talking about. I'm gonna do my best to not be emotional about it, to not get like bummed out because it didn't hit like I thought it was gonna hit. On the other side, be stoked when it does really well. You know, if we can break 10K every time we drop a song, That's great. That's wonderful. I'll take it. Hopefully, going forward, every song does a little bit better than the last. And that's all you can do. That's why they say just be consistent. That's why it's just all about just keep it going. Don't get emotional. Don't worry about it. Keep it going because you just never know what's going to hit. Am I in a court? I thought I was on a street. Where am I right now? Okay, yeah, I'm in a cul-de-sac. I'm in a cul-de-sac. Cul-de-sac. Say it with me, cul-de-sac. So we're gonna turn around. The other thing too is that I actually made some effort making the content this time. Actually, like, did a little bit of work on the content side, whereas like in previous releases, I might shoot like one thing or two things. Typically, my workflow, I'll make things when I'm inspired, when I feel like it, which is not always best for business. It's good to be prepared. I have been a part of wonderful rollouts that were pre-planned. Everything was shot, had all this content, and this is before like the content game was really like what it is today. And a shout out to one of my former managers for facilitating that. He had a great idea, and he did it, executed. It was great. So, you know, I do have some good things to say about our former management teams. I'm getting winded just walking, guys. So yeah, I've been a part of some really great rollouts because it was planned and everything was great. We had everything, all the assets, you know. Whereas my typical workflow is I just make things on the fly and I'll throw it up. I'm like, oh yeah, I got to put captions on this, put captions on it. CapCut is great for this. That's typically how I do things. And it's usually like after the release. But this time, I shot a bunch of things. Had to make a bunch of stupid shout out videos for the shows, which I hate making those. What's up, Cincinnati? We're coming through. We'll be there April 27th. Hope to see ya. I gotta do like 40 times for different shows. Rant over. So I was in the content making mood. So I went out to the woods, shot a few things for, shot the verse. I think I sang the whole song actually. And then you just break it up into verses. And then you see a lot of bands like doing the lip syncing thing to the song, walking around or in their studio or whatever. And that's great. At least people are doing something, right? But I think after a while, people want to see something different, than just the studio setup or my room or whatever. So I try to get a little creative with it. Use the magnetic mask on Final Cut Pro is incredible. So essentially I can put myself in any situation. And this time I just decided to just throw some like really cool, vivid, bright colored backgrounds with some motion, add some camera shake, because it's just me, it's sitting on a tripod. I don't have anybody shooting for me, so I just add some camera shake, add some really weird filters to fuck it up, make it look like a VHS or something. Isn't that funny how we live in this super modern, clean world where everything looks great, 8K, whatever, and then we just take the footage and we just demolish it with filters and aberrations and things. So yeah, I did all that and then got them all set up in a Dropbox folder, sent them to our media guy, our content guy who posts all the stuff on the Ballyhoo accounts. And then I get super, I can't wait, so I start posting things on my own. And he probably hates that I do that. Oh, the sidewalk ends here. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just turn back around. So yeah, I start posting things and getting awareness. And I think the buildup, what also helped, had a couple haters in some of the comments across the channels, YouTube and Instagram, I think. So I screenshotted them, made lemonade. That's what you gotta do, guys. You gotta think on your feet. Just be ready to go at all times. When the rock gods gift you a hater in the comments or multiple haters, you gotta light them up, dude. You gotta put them on blast. You gotta take it and make it into something fun and positive. I don't get mad when people talk shit about our band or talk shit about me or the way I look or something. I just play into it, I lean into it. I think everybody should do that. I think you should definitely lean into it. Don't let the haters get you down, man. Because you know what? They're miserable people who are unhappy. They're hurt inside, something hurt them, or they're trying to do what you're doing and they see you doing it and they wish they could do it, or they failed at doing it. So they wanna put that anger out on you. You just take that shit and you flip it. B Rabbit, 8 Mile, Ma Spaghetti. You know what I'm saying? I got my ND16 filter on this today as I walk through the shadows. It's like sunglasses for your camera. Anyway, that's what they tell me anyway. Yeah, your competition is you. It's nobody else. You set out to do something, and this is your life, and you're not gonna let anybody take it away from you, okay? What's up? Yeah. Yeah. Howi Spangler. I'll yell it at you. Howi. You got it? All right, dude, have a good day. Be safe on that thing. Don't let anybody take it away from you. Do what you gotta do, because if you don't do anything, nothing will happen. If you don't try, you're gonna be mad at yourself if you didn't try, looking back, you know? I'm really glad that I started vlogging in 2018. I've always enjoyed filming things and making videos. It started out as a fun little hobby. Now it's like I'll make a few bucks on every video, you know, just for putting it up. So just for filming myself talking. So hope you guys got some value out of this. What's up, man?
All right, yourself?
Doing all right? Leave some comments. Let me know how you feel about this. Are you like paralyzed by fear of trying to do this and what others will think about you? Because don't worry about what other people think about you. Just do it, man. Just do it. Yeah, get out there. Keep making stuff, guys. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your life. Thanks so much for listening to the new song, by the way, guys. Thank you. We're about to break 25K for the weekend so far. We'll see how it ends up tonight. But I really appreciate it, man. More music on the way. Catch you in the next one.